Some journeys aren't just about the destination, they're about the ride. And in this case, the Ha Giang Loop is all about the motorcycle ride you have through Vietnam. The Ha Giang Loop, or Ha Giang Loop, is in northern Vietnam and is one of the most dangerous, most breathtaking, and most unforgettable roads in the world. This isn't just a road trip, it's an adventure into the very heart of Vietnam. And I cannot wait to take you along for my 4-day ride. Welcome to Tice Travel Time. I am officially doing the Ha Giang or Ha Giang Loop. I am super excited. Kayla and I are doing a 4-day trek. We are so excited. We are doing the tour with Mama's Homestay, and we've already been transferred to the main hub where we will be leaving our big luggage, and we'll be heading on the loop soon. We are really excited for the trek, and I can't wait to take you along with us. The night before our tour, we were able to stay at Mama's Homestay, which is pretty much kind of like a hostel in Ha Giang City. In the morning, we had our transfer drivers take us with all of our luggage to the main hub for the Mama's Homestay tours that we're leaving on that day. There, we were able to check in, have breakfast, get our t-shirts, and we were able to pick out our helmets. All right, we just went helmet shopping. They're all pretty loose. They're all big. I was surprised by how many people were actually there, but everyone got broken up into small groups with a debriefing, and then we were assigned our easy riders for the Ha Giang Loop.
She hums a tune I've never heard in languages I can't speak. She writes down cities on her.
All right, guys, we officially have our drivers. We're super excited. We're in group 12, super pumped. It's going to be fantastic. Right now, we are just pulling over. I think we're just meeting with our group. We haven't really met each other. We kind of all just scurried on out. All right, guys, this is my bike. And that's my backpack. Welcome to our first stop. This is the gas station. Crazy here. Things are getting crazy. Things are getting crazy. One of the most popular ways to experience the Ha Giang Loop or Ha Giang Loop in northern Vietnam is by hiring an easy rider. Now, this is part of the tour with Mama's Homestay, but an easy driver is a local Vietnamese driver who takes you around the winding mountain roads on the back of their motorcycle. A lot of these drivers don't speak English, but honestly, we still had a great time and were able to bond with them as they were driving us all around. This is a great way to experience the Ha Giang Loop for travelers who don't feel comfortable driving themselves. During the ride, you'll stop at a small hemp workshop where local women turn harvested hemp stalks into fabric by hand. The process begins with stripping and soaking the stalk, then beating the fibers until they're soft, and these fibers are spun into thread, dyed with natural pigments, and woven into wooden looms into blankets. This was absolutely amazing to see. After that, we ended up stopping for lunch in the Nam Dam village, and this was a great lunch. Most of our lunches were buffets, and then we had another stop. We have been taking stops about every 10 minutes. Right now we're on a hike. How are you feeling?
Very good. We're going on a trip.
Yes, so true. We are feeling pumped. It's good to move the legs a little, move the butt. It's definitely tiring sitting on the seat, but not too bad. We had a short stop at Angel Couple Hill, which is pretty much just a quick detour, small hike for a viewpoint that adds just a little bit of fresh air off of the bike. We were able to drive the rest of the way into Yen Minh, which is where we settled into our homestay for an amazing dinner. If you know what happy water is, you know what happy water is. It definitely makes the experience a little crazier, but also adds some fun excitement. Welcome to day 2 of the Ha Giang Loop. We are super excited. Last night was super fun. We did some karaoke, we bonded, we mingled. It was great. So come along with me as we do day 2 of the Ha Giang Loop. Day 2 begins in the Yen Minh Valley to Lun Cu, and then we end in Dang Vang today. Our day starts with some breakfast, and then everyone packs up and they find their drivers. We leave by group, and then we're off on the road. Day 2 begins in the Yen Minh, which is a valley that is surrounded by limestone ridges. We end up taking a stop toward the beginning to the most iconic spot of the Ha Giang Loop. There's lots of people selling different things that are actually made in that area. You may have noticed this game called Da Cow, which is called shuttlecock kicking. And this is often a game that the local Vietnamese riders would play whenever we had a break, which was really interesting and cool. then we are back on the road. As we ride out, the scenery changes almost immediately from gentle farmland into the sharper and more drastic peaks of the Dong Van Karst, which is actually a UNESCO Global Geopark. These mountains are made of limestone that's around 400 million years old. Over time, wind, rain, and underground rivers have carved the rock into the sharp, steep shapes that we see a lot today. That's why these peaks look so pointed compared to the rounder mountains that you might see elsewhere in Vietnam. Along the way, you'll notice how locals farm even in this difficult landscape. Corn is the main crop, and it's generally planted between the cracks in the rocks where just a little soil is able to gather. Later, it's dried on rocks outside homes and used for food, livestock feed, and even to make corn wine. One of the highlights today is reaching the Lun Cu Flag Tower. This marks the northernmost point of Vietnam. All right, guys, I'm going up the viewpoint to get the highest view. To get there, you end up climbing a staircase up to the viewpoint. From the top, you can see across the border into China with its own villages and terrace views. This is an iconic spot as we are actually only 2 miles away from China. Afterwards, we continue to Dong Van, which is the town that has long been a trading hub between Vietnam and China. Today, we also took a stop at a relaxing cafe.
Hey, Vloggy Pop. Right now we're here at this cafe.
Stunning.
A salt coffee.
Ooh.
This is our group. Everyone say hi for the
Say hey, group 12. This was a great place for us all to relax and just have some time to take in the rest. Once we arrived at the homestay, we were able to relax and check in. Hey guys, we are officially at our accommodation and we booked a private for tonight. No big deal. We're super excited. It was about $8 each or 200,000 Vietnamese dong. Honestly, there's 2 king beds here, so we each have our own king bed with a stunning view. Our things are already a little spread out, so don't mind the mess, but let's show you. Like, this is crazy, these beds. Here's Kayla. She's organizing
Hi
her
guys.
things.
Hey, get in the vlog.
Oh, get in the vlog.
Okay. I'm dead.
Wow. The night consisted of exploring and relaxing, and then another incredible buffet-style dinner. And then the night began for another fun night during the Ha Giang Loop. Today is day 3 of the Ha Giang Loop. We are pumped. I think today is honestly the scariest day. The Ha Giang Loop actually has the most dangerous road of Vietnam, so it's going to be super interesting. I cannot wait to take you along with us as we experience day 3 of the Ha Giang Loop in Vietnam. We had a wonderful breakfast on day 3, and then we were off. Day 3 starts with a short but breathtaking ride from Dong Van to Miao Vac along the Ma Pi Lang. This is considered one of the most beautiful roads in Vietnam, and the cliffs here drop straight down to the Niao Quai River, which winds through one of the deepest gorges in Southeast Asia. Now, during this ride, they were actually doing construction. All right, guys, we have a bit of a traffic jam/wait. We ended up waiting over an hour for them to clear this and make the road accessible. There were so many different riders there, and it was a mix of a bunch of different Ha Giang Loop providers. Then we were able to actually end up at the Niao Quai River, which we were able to have a beautiful and relaxing boat ride. We listened to music and just took in these incredible views. We enjoyed the boat ride, and then we were back on the road. On the rocky plots nearby, villagers are often farming corn. Continuing south, the landscape gradually changes, and the sharp cliffs give way to greener valleys. The air is warmer, the villages feel quieter, and it is incredible. We finished the day in Du Ya, a small valley surrounded by rice paddies. Here, life is a lot slower, and families raise water buffalo, grow vegetables, and live in stilt houses made of wood and bamboo. It is a really peaceful place on the loop, and it's a perfect way to end day 3 of the Ha Giang Loop. Our homestay had a pool. We were able to meet new people, relax, and then have another wild night on the Ha Giang Loop with our drivers and our group 12. And dinner. Talk about your food. Food, are you obsessed or what?
Are you joking?
Here I have a piece of chicken, it's fried. Guys, the last night of the Ha Giang Loop, we are bonding. Welcome to the last day of the Ha Giang Loop. We woke up super early and we went for a walk and we ended up at this morning market. This is so cool. Such a great start to the day. We ended up going on a adventure. Breakfast wasn't really until 9:30. We were able to experience the local life and see them auctioning off pigs and see what all of the locals are actually purchasing in Vietnam. This was a really cool experience that was unexpected, but I am beyond grateful that we got to experience this morning market. Day 4, we left Du Ya and then we were off on the road for our last day of the Ha Giang Loop. We stopped toward the beginning at a watering hole that had a short hike, and then we were able to swim. No one in our group actually had on our bathing suits, but this was a great spot where people were able to cliff jump and swim, and it was super relaxing. After that, we were back on the road where we did a pretty big loop and ended up back in Du Ya, and were able to actually drive through the market that we had discovered that morning. We were able to take some more stops and all relax. It was raining this day, but we made the most of it. Finally, we ride the last stretch back to Ha Giang or Ha Giang City. The road winds between limestone cliffs, small villages, and terraced fields. It brings us full circle to where our loop began. After 4 days on the road, we have traveled through some of the most remote and geologically fascinating landscapes in Vietnam, while also experiencing the daily life of the communities that call this rugged region home. We have officially finished the Ha Giang Loop. It was absolutely amazing. I highly recommend this experience. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.